Hey everyone, I'm Trevor and today we're at Legoland California to give you a full tour of the park and to share with you any updates that you need to know before visiting in 2025. So let's get going. And we'll actually start the tour out here at the entrance. So when you first come in, the parking lot is actually over that way. Parking lot's over that way. And you're gonna see this hotel over off to your left when you're coming in. It's off to my right at the moment, but it's off to your left when you're coming in. This is the Castle Hotel. This is our favorite of the Legoland hotels. And then right across from that is the Legoland Hotel. And that one's pretty decent too. We've stayed at both of them. We have reviews of both up on our channel. So if you want to check those out, you absolutely can. I'll put links down in the description for you. You go through security here and then you're greeted by this lovely welcome Legoland entry sign. And on the other side of that, actually, if you wanted to come up here, you could just go straight to Sea Life. And you don't even have to have a ticket to Legoland to go see the Sea Life Aquarium if you're a local here in San Diego. And you can just go straight to Sea Life and only do Sea Life. But right here is the entrance gates to Legoland California. And we're just gonna go through here and then we'll resume our tour once we get to the other side. Immediately off to the right-hand side, as soon as you get through the door, is guest services. They actually have an entrance outside the park as well. But then we have a photo shop. So if you get photos throughout the park, ride photos, things like that, you wanna check them out, you wanna purchase them, you can do that as you are leaving right here at the photo shop. And then they have this window for Reserve and Ride. Now, Reserve and Ride and VIP. Reserve and Ride is their version of a Lightning Lane or Fast Pass or Quick Queue, whatever you want to call it. That's what they have here. You can purchase it. They have 3 different levels: an Express, a Deluxe, and an Ultimate. The Express is $35. The prices just went away on the screen, and the most expensive one was $100 per person per day. They do have info right here that lets you know that the Express is 25% faster than standby, Deluxe is 50% faster than standby, and Ultimate is 90% faster than standby. So they have different values depending on what you want to purchase there. Directly opposite this, if we go across the way here, this is all in the entrance plaza, is Mini Figure Market. So they have a little store here. You can buy some minifigs, you can buy some gift shop type things, and that's all there. We're not going to go in all of these places. We're just going to show them to you. They do have this window for ice cream and ices, but it does not appear to be open currently. And then they have this coffee shop. I don't remember the name of it. It might just be the market. I feel like it might just be the market. And they do have some freestyle machines here. They've got refillable cups. Legoland sells refillable mugs, refillable cups, and you can fill those up at any freestyle machine throughout the park. And this little area sells coffee and drinks and bites and things like that right here at the front of the park. Then once again, we're gonna walk opposite here, and we're actually gonna go this way around the park. We're gonna go counterclockwise around the park. It's basically a big circle. And we have here the big shop. So this is the largest gift shop at Legoland California. I always recommend coming in here and checking things out, especially at the end of the day, because you don't want to be carrying around gifts through the day, but definitely come in here. The largest gift shop at Legoland, tons and tons. Like I said, not gonna look at everything, but there are tons of Lego things all along the back wall, all the way around. Lego options, there's Lego kits over here, all along the back wall. There is clothes in here as well. It's limited, but you know, they do have a couple of clothing items that you can purchase as well. So we just popped back out of the store real quick. I'm gonna try to keep the camera on as much as possible as we're walking along, just so that you can see everything. You can see the pathways, you can see where we're going, you can get a lay of the land, you can figure out exactly what things are like here at Legoland California. For your information, this is a Sunday, February 16th. February 16th. Tomorrow is President's Day. So this is President's Day weekend, and it is approximately 11:40, 11:45 in the morning. So the park's been open for almost 2 hours. We do have a character artist booth over here off to the right, and I'll point out a couple of those things as we can. First aid, if you need first aid, the first aid building is also over this way, relatively close to the entrance of the park. Now, we're approaching our first bit of construction wall. We're gonna find some construction walls, quite a few of them actually throughout the park. And if you are familiar with Legoland in the past, these types of things are the updates that we were talking about that you need to be aware of. So this whole plaza here in front of the Lego Ferrari Build-In Race is updating their pavers. I've been told that by my buddy David from Big Red Journeys. He's got all the inside scoops. If you want some more updates, you can check out his videos and his channel. Absolutely great information there. But he tells me that the entrances of all these buildings, there's a whole bunch of building stations on either side in this pathway, that they're all open right now. You just have to go in through the back, so we'll take a look for that in a minute. Ninja Challenge, a nice little like midway type game where you can win some stuffed animals. And now we're gonna head into the Ninjago area. It's surprising to see that Ninja Kitchen over off to our right is actually open at the moment. It's been a while, at least there's somebody there. I don't see their menu boards down. So that's interesting. Maybe they're just selling this stuff on the outside, but Ninja Kitchen is a little bit of a toss-up whether it's open or not. Ninjago the Ride, Lego Ninjago the Ride. This is a fun one of my kids' favorite rides to come and do. It's an interactive game type ride. You throw your hands around like you're throwing ninja stars and you fight against the bad guys. You get a score and all that, and you can try to be a ninja master. Woo's Warehouse is a gift shop that ride spills out into, and then you end up in this area here. Now this is the only way it looks like to walk around currently, so this area is actually quite a bit more congested than it usually is. But I also want you to notice there's a rock wall off to the right, a minor little rock wall, but something fun for the kids to enjoy. And if you see any tents like this, guest services tents, you can go up to them and ask them any questions and things like that. This is the guest services team, the same team that is at the front of the park, but they have little tents and booths throughout the park as well. All right, so right here is what I was talking about. Those back entrances are open. There's a back entrance right here for Dreams. It is open. You can go in. Let's just stick our head in here, and you can see that there are build stations in here, so you can come in, just have some fun building with Legos. And then if we go down this way, there is another one open down here too. And this is Lego City Space. So these are the buildings that were available on that street where they're updating their pavers. You can still get into these places. They're still open, even during the construction. When things get a little too congested, I do turn the camera off. That's just something that I do. I don't want to be talking in people's ears because I'm like right up next to them. I also don't want to be filming in their faces. So we did turn the camera off briefly. The Ninjago area was right back there. The entrances to those buildings were right back there. This big building that you're seeing off to our right is the 4D movie theater, and they have different shows that are playing throughout the day. You can check out those different shows. They have a City 4D, Ninjago, they've got Dreams. They used to have a Mythica. It doesn't look like it's there anymore based on the posters that are listed on the wall, but all sorts of shows that they rotate throughout the day, so check out one of those. They're really fun. And then it looks like Pizza Stop is open. Pizza Stop is one of the quick service dining locations that are available here. And it also says, this sign says that Lego Ferrari Build and Race is open. And that is, of course, the big one right over there, the most popular one in this area. It's open. The entrance for it is probably just on the other side of the building. Next up, you're going to see the Lego Ninjago training camp. Now, this place is awesome, okay? It is a parent's dream, a kid's dream. This massive, massive playground that they built a couple of years ago now, maybe 2-3 years ago, and my kids love coming in here and playing. I mean, look at all the slides, all sorts of slides on that one, on this one. They've got more over there. This is just a massive area. Let your kids go in there, run free, grab a seat, sit down on one of the benches over here, and just let them burn off some energy. Really, really awesome place to go. There's several playgrounds like this throughout the park, and this is just the newest one. Now we are going to come this way. There's more to see. There's more to see up that way, but we're going to come down this way for a very brief moment to talk about Miniland USA. This is probably one of the oldest and most classic parts of LEGOLAND California. This is where you can see cities around the world, around the United States, I suppose, not the world, all built in Lego brick. Everything is Lego. Everything you see here is Lego. And so we've got, this is Washington, D.C. right here. We have a lot of different buildings, and again, everything is built out of Lego. You can see the Washington Monument there in the distance, and we're not going to look at every single one of these towns. I want you to be able to do that, but here is the White House, got the White House right here. And so they do have, these things are extensive. And during different times of the year, they'll even put like little Easter eggs in there. At Christmas time, they've got Santa and his reindeer all over the place. Sometimes they're on top of roofs and things like that. During Halloween, they've got spiders climbing all over these buildings. It's really, really fun. So definitely come during a seasonal time of the year, like Halloween or Christmas, if you want to see some special things going on here at Miniland. We do have Las Vegas over there off to the left. In the distance is New York City. Right here closest to us is San Diego. San Diego is the newest city that they added to Miniland, and this also was a couple of years ago. So excited to see San Diego because we're from San Diego, and of course Legoland is in the San Diego area. It's in San Diego County. We've got Petco Park, Padres Stadium right here. Love that. The convention center is missing. Oh, interesting. It's completely gone. It was right there. And then they've also got Los Angeles over there, as well as San Francisco. So San Francisco and Los Angeles are kind of combined, but that's all the cities here in Miniland. And then there's a pathway over there that goes up to the middle area of the park, but we're gonna get there eventually. We're gonna walk all the way around, but I just wanted to pan this area one more time for you. This is Miniland USA. I mean, look at this, the Star of India. This is a famous San Diego boat. I remember watching them build this. In fact, let's go show you where you can watch them build creations they are going to put into the park. And that is going to be right here at this building straight ahead. This building there, we have to go through the side, but you can watch them build things. Let's go check it out. All right, here it is. So we went around the side and we can come in here and we can see what the master builders are currently working on. I don't see any big structure that they're working on right off the bat. I do see Iron Man. See Iron Man hanging up there? That's pretty cool. But we do have some builders in there. We do have some people in there doing different things. And again, this is where they build the different creations that they put in the park. The Star of India was right on display in there as they were building it. It takes them a lot of time to build those things. And it's fun to, especially if you get an annual pass and come back, you can see the progress updates. My kids are with me here today. We're here for a birthday party, actually, meeting up with some friends for a birthday party. And so they're not riding any rides at the moment. We're just walking our way up to the birthday party area. Popped back up here to the 4D theater to continue our tour. And I'm, like I said, going to try to keep the camera on as much as possible so you can see the walkways. But we will cut out areas like, doubling back so that you don't have to waste time watching things. I do want to try to keep this concise, informative, and useful for you, and cut out any dull or, unuseful spots. So we are walking up towards the Technic coaster right now. That is my kids' favorite ride in the park, and we'll probably do that before we head out today after that birthday party is over. But before we reach the Technic coaster, we are going to come across Bionicle Blaster. This is very similar to the spinning teacups at Disneyland. If you are familiar with spinning teacups, it's kind of the same thing. You can spin yourself as fast as you want. You can see those people going crazy. You could choose not to spin, just like these folks here. Just have a fun ride. So it's however you want to do it. Right around the corner from here is the pizza and a pasta buffet. And this is a table service sort of sit-down location here at Legoland, as it's a buffet. So you go and you get food yourself, of course. The pizza and pasta buffet is actually a pretty good deal. Unlimited pizza and pasta for $27 for adults, and kids just $14. Pretty decent, considering just one adult meal at the barbecue place is like $23 or something like that if you get the more expensive barbecue meal. So $27, not bad for unlimited food. And here's the Technic coaster. My sons love the drop. So this is a Wild Mouse type attraction, but what makes this one different is it has a really big drop, and then it goes back up the other side, and they absolutely love that aspect of it. There it is, right there. So yeah, someone about to go down. There they go. This is also the largest and most thrilling ride in the park. So if you take a look at this and you say, wow, that looks just really small for my children, Legoland may not be for you. Also be aware that some rides here at Legoland California have height requirements and age requirements. So even if you reach the height requirement, like Technic coaster back there, you also have to be 4 years old. So if a 3-year-old hits the height requirement, unfortunately they have to wait until they're 4 to ride it. And there's a couple of rides like that, not many, but there are a couple, so just be aware of that. Pharaoh's Revenge, this is a nice little play area. It uses like hydraulics and things, air, compressed air to press, shoot balls around, you know, one of those types of things, if you know what I'm talking about. And then we have Lost Kingdom Adventure. There's a lot of things in this little area that we're at right now. Lost Kingdom Adventure is a laser gun type ride. You're shooting targets, you have a gun in your hand, you're shooting the targets, and you get a score. And you can try to beat your other family members. Lost Kingdom Adventure, my kids also really enjoyed that one. But they have a couple of smaller rides as well. They've got Cargo Ace over here. This is a small little airplane ride that just goes around in a circle. You can see the size of the ride here. Not very large at all. Adults can ride in this one, but if we hop across the way here, we're gonna find Beetle Bounce, and this is a junior drop ride. Adults are not allowed on this ride. Kids only on Beetle Bounce. It's gonna go up, it's gonna bounce a couple of times, it's gonna come back down. You know, very similar to adult drop rides, but far less scary for them. We're gonna find tons of snack booths like this all throughout the park. I'm not gonna point out every single one. You're also gonna find a lot more midway games like we saw at Ninjago. There's a lot of them here in this area. There's Cobra Climb over there, and it looks like there's one where you can win a bunch of Pokemon stuffies. Over there, Pyramid Smash, I think it says. And again, we're not going to point out each and every one of those as we go along either, but I want you to know that they have lots of midway games. That one's where you throw a ball and you knock the canisters off. You get all 3 of them off, you win a prize. Here is Dune Raiders, and Dune Raiders is a slide attraction. You get a sack and you get to come down the large blue slides here. They also have some twisty tunnel slides in this structure. We're just going to keep walking along here, again trying to keep everything pretty quick and concise for you. I want you to see everything without wasting a lot of your time. So if you feel like we're moving fast and I'm talking fast, you can always feel free to rewind, watch again. Absolutely welcome you to do that. If you head down this path off to the left, you're going to end up back down at Miniland next to that building where we were watching people build. That's just a little path that connects there. There's nothing on that path. It's just a path that'll connect that area. We do have this big spider here that's been here as long as I can remember. What we're heading up to right now is Castle Hill. And you can see a bit of roller coaster track right there. That is the Dragon Coaster. And that is Benjamin right there. That's his favorite roller coaster at Legoland. He loves the Dragon. And it's always a ride that we have to prioritize doing when we are here. Castle Hill is one of my favorite areas of the park just because I love medieval themes. And as you get up here, you're going to see all the medieval themes. We got the castles, we got King's Market, we got a jousting ride over here. We'll get a better look at that as we go around the corner. Then we have Chicken and Crown. This is a little chicken shop. They've also got a lot of different barbecue sauces there that you can have with your chicken. So this is one. Oh look, the Dragon is closed today. Well, we won't be riding that today, unfortunately. Here's the Royal Joust. Again, there's better views of it around the corner to show you exactly what it is. But this is a ride that only younger kids can do. Once you reach a certain age, you are no longer allowed to do that. I think you can ride up through 12, but I think once you turn 13, you are no longer allowed to ride the Royal Joust. Here is Castle Ice Cream. This is a really great place to come get an ice cream, and every single season of the year they have specialty shakes that are going on. Since Valentine's Day was just a few days ago, they have the Heart's Delight shake right now. It's an over-the-top milkshake with got some whipped cream, some crumbles on top. We got some macarons sticking there out the side. They probably put the macaron through the straw, if I remember right, and then all sorts of flavors going on inside there. They've got different milkshakes for different seasons. Halloween will have a different one, and Christmas will have a different one. And so if you're visiting during seasonal times of the year, 4th of July has a different one as well that is very patriotic themed. This stage right here has tons of shows that they do, none going on right at this exact moment, but they do shows on this stage, and then after the show, the Lego character that is involved in the show will meet and greet guests oftentimes. All right, so here we are over at the Royal Joust, and you can see exactly how this works. One kid sits on the horse, and they're by themselves. So this also does have a minimum age, I believe, of 4 years old as well. This is one of those rides with a minimum age, but this is Royal Joust. There are 20-something rides at Legoland California. We'll point them out as we go through the tour here. Knight's Smokehouse Barbecue is my favorite place to eat at Legoland California. They've got the best food, and this is located in Castle Hill, of course. This is the barbecue place that I was talking about earlier. It is a bit pricey. It's a bit pricey, but the food is pretty good. It's my favorite food of all of the places we've eaten at all of the places multiple times over, and this is the one with the most consistently good food. Definitely come check out Knight's Smokehouse Barbecue. Additionally, in addition to those midway games, which I said we're not going to necessarily point out, they also have up here, actually throughout the park, they've got different areas like this where you can drive vehicles. And so this is a really fun aspect. They've got one here up in Castle Hill. They also have one down in Miniland, and they had one in Funtown. I don't know if it's still there. Funtown is under construction right now. We're going to talk about the Funtown construction when we get down there. A lot of Funtown is down for construction at the moment. We are reaching the next of the play areas, and this one's called the Hideaways. And this is the one that has been around the longest, at least for my kids, as long as we've been coming. We've been coming since 2021, I believe. So the last 4 years, we've been coming pretty consistently to Legoland California, and my kids love coming in here. There's net climbs, there's slides. It's an area where you can just let the kids free. Okay, let them come in here, let them run, let them go crazy. There is only one way in and one way out. It's right here. So sit by the exit, sit by the entrance, and you are not going to have any problem. They won't escape, and you can catch them before they do. So you can give them total freedom in there. It's really good, really great place to just let them go and be kids. Then, this is another good one, Granny's Apple Fries. If there is something that Legoland California is known for, it is Granny's Apple Fries. This is an iconic Legoland snack that every single person needs to get when they are here at Legoland, and it's located up here in the Castle Hill area. That next part that we are going to come across is Deep Sea Adventure. Now, this is a underwater submarine ride. It's a slow-moving attraction, and it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. There are real fish swimming around in the water. You're in a boat that looks very, very similar to that vehicle right there. It's a fun one as well. My kids enjoy doing that. Now, you can see Miniland USA. We've kind of walked around now. We're on the other side of the park, Miniland USA down there. There's that building where we saw the Lego Masters building different things. There's a pathway that walks up here, and we're about to walk right over by that area right now. Don't know what's going on there. Definitely a lot more construction walls, but it is February. I would imagine they're going to try to have a lot of walls down by like the busy season. February off season, they're going to try to do some updates that they need to do. That's the trade-off that you get when you come in the off season, is that everything might not be available. They do have a coffee shop over off to the left here. Very similar to the market at the front of the park. They sell coffee and some snacks, some baked goods. And then we have a couple of more rides over off to the right. This one you're seeing straight up with the fun skull mountain there and the big shark. That's Splash Battle. Splash Battle is really fun because on the boat you get water guns and you can shoot other people on other boats, but you can also shoot people outside the ride. They have water guns that are available here for everyone to interact with the people on the ride. So here my kids are getting ready to splash those people that are coming right there, and I can see the water starting to reach over the fence. So we're gonna. I almost got wet. That one is a really strong stream of water. I don't know if you can see that very well. They have the entrance to Captain Cranky's Challenge right here, but we will talk about Captain Cranky's when we get around the corner because you can't see the actual attraction. They do have a splash pad here available for kids to enjoy the water without water park admission. They do have a water park, which we'll also talk about in just a bit, but if you don't want to pay for the water park, they do have this splash area and Pirate Reef. This is a water park ride over that way, which is like a log flume ride with a big, huge tidal wave, and they have access to it from the Legoland side of it, not the water park side, but the actual park side. They have an access to it, so even guests with just theme park tickets can go on Pirate Reef. And you might be saying, well, that's a water ride, right? That's a water park ride. Yes, correct. You are correct. That's why they have these changing booths right here. Changing rooms where you can get into swim clothes, especially with that splash pad right there as well. And there are lockers here too, lockers that you can get so that you can put your change of clothes and things. So those are located right here as well. On the other side of the coffee shop is the Burger Kitchen, and this area, it's been the Burger Kitchen for a little while now, but they recently re-themed it, updated everything, so we're gonna go in here and see the new updates. So, oh, they've got this big giant hamburger in here. That's interesting. And everything is mobile order now. They've been doing that, updating the different restaurants to mobile order screens. I saw that down at one of the Lego Movie World restaurants. Now they've got it up here at Burger Kitchen too. Completely mobile ordering screens, and then you come around the way here to pick up your food. So that's interesting. That's a new refresh for the Burger Kitchen. Funtown is located in this direction, and we're gonna start seeing a lot of the construction walls coming up here soon. But there's a few things to see before we reach Funtown. Right off to our right, as we get a little closer, is Captain Cranky's Challenge, that place that we showed you the entrance to. This ride, we might get to see it in action here going by the time we're done with Skipper School, but this thing rocks back and forth and then starts to spin. You're probably familiar with that. It's a pretty standard theme park attraction, but I want to come over here to Skipper School first, because Skipper School is a really fun attraction where your kids can drive vehicles. And they also have driving school, typically, but driving school is currently under construction. That's one of the things that's going on in Funtown. But Skipper School is still going on over here. Skipper School, you get to drive a boat, and the fun thing about Skipper School is that this is not on a track. So if you see, there's two different pathways that you can go, and you have a steering wheel in the boat, and you can actually steer that boat. And I've actually seen boats go sideways before and get stuck, so that happens too, because it's not on a track. So you really do get to drive it. Oh, look at here, Captain Cranky's Challenge is going on. You can see exactly what that type of ride is. Spinning there and sliding back and forth. Sliding. That is, yeah, that's what you're in for with Captain Cranky. I've heard that Brick Brothers here is closed and is potentially most likely going to be getting a re-theme. This is the exit to the Legoland Water Park over here off to our right. Water Park not open right now. Usually opens around the end of March. So we usually come up for the opening of the water park, and we do a water park video. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that this year. I don't know. We've been going to Legoland a little less. My kids are starting to age themselves out. My oldest is 10, my youngest is 7, sorry. My youngest still enjoys this, but my oldest probably only has about 2 rides he's really excited about. So here's the entrance to the Legoland Water Park and Chima Water Park. It looks like Adventurers Club also closed at the moment. So this whole building currently closed. This was like a walkthrough, Indiana Jones sort of, you can tell by the font, like, you know, adventure where you'd go through and there were like keys to find, and it was interesting. Always nice little walkthrough. The water park is pretty fun. Legoland Water Park will open in March, but the Chima Water Park, which is not separate admission, by the way, it's just like a separate area of the water park. Chima Water Park usually doesn't open until about June, so keep that in mind. It's once it becomes a little bit busier, a little bit more popular, that will happen. So all this stuff over here off to the right should still be here, still hanging out. But I want to talk about what's going on with this blue wall on the left. So it used to be that right here was the Police and Fire Academy. And what they are going to be doing in this area with Funtown is building a whole new land over the footprint where driving school currently is. So this is as far as we can go. We cannot go any further into Funtown from this way. but there should be a path that connects us to Lego Movie World. We're just gonna have to go a completely different direction. So I'm gonna backtrack right now, find where that entrance is and show it to you, and then we'll continue on to Lego Movie World. Well, we've backtracked all the way to the burger kitchen area here and Splash Battle over there, and I think the way that we need to go is down this pathway. This is gonna connect us to the rest of Funtown and Lego Movie World. I'm not gonna, it's a long pathway, it's a lot of wiggles, there's really not a whole lot of point in me filming it. So just know that this is the way, the current way that you need to go to connect to Lego Movie World without having to walk all the way back to the very front of the park. You can see all those wiggles. Although one ride we did miss earlier, the entrance to it's probably accessible through Miniland. It used to be right there where Lego Ferrari Build and Race was, but that construction wall was up. It looks like Coast Cruise, that's Coast Cruise. Very similar to Disneyland's Jungle Cruise. It's got a lot of fun humor on it. And that is accessible through Miniland. We're not going to go back to Miniland, but Coast Cruise is another attraction here at LEGOLAND California. One of my favorites in the park. You got to check it out. And as we approach Funtown, you're going to see this stage area. They do shows and performances here, but right now it's not in operation. You can see some construction walls there along the back, plus the stage. Looks like it's kind of a disastrous mess at the moment, so I know they're not using that currently, but they do have different shows and performances there throughout the year. Maybe it's just down because it's off season. But that's, again, something you need to consider if you're coming during the off season. Usually during the busier times of year, they'll have everything running. We do have Sky Patrol over here off to our left. This is not much more than it looks. These vehicles are on hydraulic lifts and they spin very slowly at your control. You can go up and down at your control, but that's pretty much the ride right there. And then off to the right, we have a burger stop. And a burger stop, just a place where you can get a cheeseburger and things like that. And then we have those construction walls that we saw earlier. So access to Funtown's Urban Kitchen, not available right now as they are ripping out driving school. And what they're gonna be putting in this area is a Lego Galaxy Land, a full new land, Lego Galaxy Land. It's gonna have 2 rides in it. One of them is gonna be kind of like a claw scrambler type ride where you get in a seat and it's gonna lift you up, spin the whole like vehicle will spin around, and then each individual claw will spin the ride vehicles on them as well. It's very similar to SeaWorld's Riptide Rescue, if you're familiar with SeaWorld, that sort of attraction. And then there's also going to be an indoor launch coaster that I have heard very similar to Disneyland's Space Mountain, but here at Legoland. I don't know all those details. Again, I'm not completely up on the details of the construction here. If you want more info on the construction, timelines, things like that, when these are expected to be open, definitely go check out Big Red Journeys. My buddy David is the person who is there in control of that channel, and he gave me all that information just before I got here today. Duplo Playtown and the Kid Power Tower. The Kid Power Tower is, well, it's controlled by Kid Power. And if we're still up here when one of those starts to go up, we'll show you exactly what we mean. But you get in a seat, you pull on a rope, and then the rope allows you to rise to the top of the tower. Additionally, there's all sorts of little play areas with slides and things like that around here for, like I said, the littler kids. And then also off to this way, off to the left, we have a train. Now, there's the train right there. You can see the size of the vehicles and what's kind of intended there. And then this is all the further the train goes. Just goes over here, wraps around and loops back. I think it goes through twice because of how short the track is, so you at least get to do that. Kid Power Tower, there's people getting ready to go, but it hasn't gone yet. But you can kind of see what it's like. I mean, just pointing at one of these that's not in operation right now. Seats with this cord, you pull on the cord and it helps you to rise up. When you get all the way up there, you got some pretty good views of the whole park from up there. From up here at the top of the Duplo Playtown land, though, before we go back down, we can see construction that is going on. Driving school completely gone, so all of that's completely ripped out. and they are getting ready. It looks like we've got some foundation there, big foundation for probably the large building where they're going to have the indoor coaster. So that is that's going on over there. This is Lego Movie World over off to your left, and then we've got Funtown off to the right. So it's the space in between there where they're adding the new Lego Galaxy World. All right, now we're back down here just at the entrance to the Duplo Playtown, and we're gonna keep going along on the tour. More character type booths over there off to the left. Again, you can keep your eye out for those types of things all around the park. But now we're heading into Lego Movie World. It's got 3 different rides in it. The first ride we're gonna come across coming from this direction is gonna be Queen Whatever's Carousel. And so they just have a standard, pretty standard carousel ride. Doesn't look like it's open right now, although no, I see people in line. They must just be getting ready. Yep, they're opening it right now to let new people into the attraction. So it is open. I would expect most of the rides to be operating unless they're under construction. To our right as we come around the corner is Unikitty's Disco Drop, and this is a really fun one. If you like drop rides, this is a unique drop ride. I don't know if you saw it before it ended. Of course, we're always catching the rides when they end. But in addition to this just going up and dropping, this whole vehicle spins. It's not a fast spin, it's a slow spin, but it is a really fun ride. Every time we've done Unikitty's Disco Drop, we have had an absolute blast with that attraction. Gets me laughing every time. I like that one. I mean, it's really great. So they do have some fun, thrilling things here. It's not just little kid rides at Legoland California. Emmett's Flying Adventures, Masters of Flight. I know that Legoland doesn't like when I compare all their rides to Disneyland, but we are mostly a Disneyland family, and so it's easy to compare things to Disneyland. Emmett's Flying Adventure is like Soarin' around the world. It's a big IMAX screen with seats very similar to Soarin', and so that's the best that I can describe that. That's what this whole building is. This whole building is the IMAX theater for that. In the center area here, and it's going to be a little loud. Looks like they got a dance party going on, so I'm going to try to talk over it. Hopefully you can hear me with the microphone that I've got. But this is Benny's Rocket Ship. This is a little play area right here in the center of the park. And then off to the right is going to be Cloud Cuckoo Crepes, a little booth that sells crepes. The last couple of times we've been here, this has been open. For the longest time, every time we visited, this was never open, but it has been recently. So Cloud Cuckoo Crepes, great place to get a snack. Everything is Ramen is the next place, the next quick service location here at Legoland California. I actually really like Everything is Ramen because it's got orange chicken. You can get orange chicken and rice and things like that in addition to traditional ramen. So they have traditional ramen choices, they've got miso ramen choices, salads, as well as rice bowls. And there's my favorite right there, the orange chicken. This has been hit or miss though in quality. Sometimes the orange chicken is great, sometimes it's not so great, which is why I say Night Smokehouse Barbecue is still my favorite place to eat at Legoland. Here is like I said, the dance party going on over here. They do stuff like this all day long, all throughout the park, different things. Right now we're just encountering that one. Here's a little splash pad. We're gonna try to avoid getting wet. Another splash pad. Legoland loves their splash pads, so make sure that you bring a change of clothes so that your kids can enjoy those splash pads when they are here. And then we've got Build Whatever You Want to Build. So another build station. There are tons of build stations throughout the park as well. Some at the front of the park, some back there by Funtown, we forgot to point out, but we walked by the buildings. But this is, again, just an area where you can come in, you can just grab a table of bricks and just start building whatever you want to build. Really, really great. That's the thing that Legoland is like most famous for, is just being able to come and build Lego. You know, that's what you love to do. That's why you love Lego. You love to build them, so they accommodate you with that. The Awesome Shop, we do have a Lego Movie World gift shop specifically located right here at one of the entrances to Lego Movie World. We only have one final land. This is the last land in the park, and then we will be back at the front of the park and this tour will be over. And this is Jurassic Quest, I think. I don't know if that's, Jurassic Dino Valley, something, Dino Valley, that's it. This is the newest area, so forgive me for forgetting the name of it. This is the newest area at Legoland California, just opened within the last year, and we have not been here a whole lot to enjoy it. They rethemed Fairy Tale Brook to Explorer River Quest. And let's see if we can go around the corner here and show you the Explorer River Quest so that you can know what to expect from this ride. The ride is the same as it was when it was Fairy Tale Brook, but instead of going around different fairy tale characters like Cinderella and the Three Little Pigs, now it goes through dinosaurs. And you're in the same sort of little boat. It's a peaceful journey down the river looking at different Lego creations. These are all built out of Lego. Everything that you see around here, they move and they interact. They're all built out of Lego, absolutely everything here. And so a lot of the attractions are like that. Coast Cruise was like that too. We didn't get to point that out, but the thing that you see on Coast Cruise is a bunch of, like, you can see the Taj Mahal built out of Lego, you can see Big Ben built out of Lego, you can see the London Eye built out of Lego, that sort of thing. Mount Rushmore built out of Lego. And Legoland is good for having rides that allow you to see Lego creations. We've got some more Midway games here in the Dino Valley area. And then I don't remember the name of this attraction. It used to be Safari Trek. So here's this vehicle coming around right now, and it's the same vehicles. Well, not same vehicles, but same type of vehicles as the old Safari ride that they used to have here. But again, now it is dinosaur themed, and we're almost done. Almost done. I'll get the name of that attraction as soon as we go around. Again, this is the newest land, and I have the least amount of experience with this land. Over on this side, they've got an area where you can build with some Duplos, but further back, they've got like a fossil dig site with a whole bunch of sand, and you can get a shovel and pail and just let your kids play there. Really awesome, fun thing for the little kids to do, especially the ones that love just playing in a sand pit. So that ride was called Duplo Little Dino Trail. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to remember that one. Again, just because it's open within the last year. In fact, I did a tour. Around this time last year, I did a tour of Legoland, and this whole area was closed, all under construction wall. So if you saw that tour, this is what the area looks like now. Coastersaurus, this was here before, but they've updated the sign, and Coastersaurus is this little coaster right here. A very small coaster. Because of how short it is, it goes around twice, so that's great. They do a thing where it's like, one more time, and my kids like that. But Coastersaurus tends to have quite a long line, so we don't do it all that often. And there it is. Very similar to Chip 'n Dale's Gadget Coaster at Disneyland. See, there we go again with the Disneyland references. About similar length as well. And if we walk around this pathway here, we are back at the beginning. The beginning is not just the beginning of the park, but it's also the name of this area. It's officially called The Beginning. And this is another stage off to the left where they do some musical performances throughout the day. You have to check the entertainment schedule if you want to catch when that's going on. And the last thing that we have to point out is the entrance to sea life from within the park. Now, you can only go to the Sea Life Aquarium if you have a ticket that allows Sea Life access. So there are a couple of different options. You can buy just a regular Legoland Park ticket, you can buy a Legoland Plus Water Park ticket, and you can buy a ticket that adds on the Sea Life Aquarium. Sea Life Aquarium is fairly small. It takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes to get through, so it's not like a crazy big long thing, but it is something fun to do. You can go right into the Sea Life from right here, and then when you're done, you can come right back into the park. So you don't actually have to leave whenever you go to Sea Life. They will allow you to come right back into the park. And so if you want to add that option, I do recommend it. It's not expensive. I don't remember the exact prices, but I want to say it's only like an extra like 20 bucks, 25 bucks, something like that to add to it. And I think it's worth it. We really like going into the Sea Life Aquarium as annual pass holders, and the level of pass that we've purchased, we do have access to the water park and the Sea Life Aquarium. So we'll occasionally go in there. But like I said, here we are right back at the beginning. And that's going to be it for our time here today at Legoland California, giving you a full tour of the whole park. If you still got questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. Click this video to check out more of my Legoland content so you can see what else you can do here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.